Hi, my name is Amirah Clark, and my research project is on atomic absorption spectroscopy being used as an effective technique to trace heavy metals in fish. So why do we care about tracing metals in fish? It's a big part of the human diet all around the world. Because of something called bioaccumulation, fish often they contain heavy metals such as cadmium, arsenic, and mercury within their environments, and also can be caused from the outside environment and pollution. And it's very dangerous for humans if too much is consumed. But however, we have a technique called atomic absorption spectroscopy that is used for tracing metals. It can be used for tracing the concentration of any analyte, but it is also used for tracing metals of samples of fish. And it's very incentivized because it has a high accuracy and reproducible results. It's an analytical technique used in particular studies all around the world, and this technique is expected to help determine the concentration of dangerous metals in fish samples. And I've used different studies from all around the world that use this technique to determine the effectiveness of it. And some experiments though revealed that concentration of heavy metals were not concerned, so the fish can samples could be eaten. Some background on the bioaccumulation: heavy metals that are harmful for humans, such as arsenic, cadmium, mercury, and lead, can be found in fish in varying quantities. It depends on the size of the fish and the age of the fish as well. An older fish, a bigger fish, will have more heavy metals accumulated, so that those will be more dangerous to eat. And AA spectroscopy is a technique that measures the concentration of any analyte using a spectrophotometer that this is one of the spectrophotometers. They're using a light source that emits radiation onto the sample. After the light source hits the sample, the radiation goes through the monochromator so that the radiation specific to the element can be separated from the radiation. And then it's measured by the detector here. So, for the procedure that most of the studies use, fish samples are contained in plastic bags and kept refrigerated until the experiment. And then scientists must decide whether to do dry ashing or wet acid digestion. So dry acid gets rid of the volatiles and organic contents in order to measure the inorganic minerals. And then wet digestion is adding strong oxidizing acids to the samples to break down the organic contents. Basically, the point of choosing either one of them is to change the sample shape in a way so that it's ready for analyzation by removing something, or just to such as volatile or organic contents. And then the flame, and there's two different instruments that could be used with those: the microwave or the muffle furnace. Then after that, using a flame atomic absorption spectrophotometer or a graphic furnace is chosen. Most likely the flame atomic instrument is used because it's more sensitive. So in my results, most of the sources discuss that AAS, or atomic absorption spectroscopy, was particularly effective because of its sensitivity to the metals analyzed. And both graphic AAS and flame AAS showed results that recovered many metal ions. However, like I said, flame AAS is more sensitive. It's AAS is an effective technique, but what's most important is the procedure, the pre-concentration, deciding whether to choose dry ash or wet digestion, because choosing the right one will determine if you will find most of the analyte you're looking for, because some analyte could be lost depending on which one. The type of analyte depends on the method chosen as well, but using a microwave digestion is more incentivized since it's not as time consuming and the high extraction. So also deciding whether to choose the microwave or muffle furnace, because there is a big discrepancy in how long it takes. So with one of the experiments, this is one of the tables from it. It shows their percent recovery from the diluted solutions and their concentration here. And it shows like the metals: iron, zinc, cadmium, lead. It shows their concentration, and they have a high recovery. So it showed that using AAS and specifically flame AAS was very effective. So in conclusion, deciding which instruments to use for the sample preparation is very important because depending on which one and what metal they're analyzing, some analyte could be lost and they could have a high recovery depending on which one, or low recovery. AAA spectroscopy is effective for tracing metals, but deciding the appropriate method or procedure is imperative within the spectrophotometer, what the spectrophotometer analyzes. However, in future works, scientists can use these studies and findings to raise awareness on consuming commercial fish, because most of these articles, they are testing samples on commercial fish, like tuna, just any fish that most likely people are buying from the store and using. However, one of the studies I researched was one that they use fish that's in the local lake, for example. So that, in conclusion, that is my presentation. And my acknowledgements are Meredith College, my mentor, Dr. Orman, and Professor Thorpe. Thank you.